The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. The action is only moments away. Next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. And here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters. And, of course, the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories. And they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career. But they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And this contest is officially underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Now begin with a run by Mixon, and they'll wrap him up after a short carry at the 24. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the gun, Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now, hang on. We do have to stop here for something that nobody wants to see a week before the season. We've got an injured player there, and it's somebody they can ill afford to lose. Stroud now on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Charvarius Ward brings him down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Keeping it with Mixon. He still has room inside the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Mixon will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Pierce up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown! These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
First and 10 now from the 30. They go with Williams on the counter. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on third down.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Stafford from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. To the sideline. Collins brings it in. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Running it with Mixon. Space to the left. No pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Mixon runs it in for the touchdown. These guys pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Stafford now on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Another run for Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now hang on, we do have to stop here for something that nobody wants to see a week before the season. We've got an injured player there, and it's somebody they can ill afford to lose. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Give to Corum from the gun. And he'll get this down to the 40. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Searches from the pocket. He'll get this one to Adams. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, a carry by Corum. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now the Rams trying for the field goal. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. But a flag came down, and if it's defensive, they could get another look at 3. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a first down. Running it after the penalty. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
Third and long now for Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season.
Hey, check that. Street. Check out.
Here's Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Street.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Now the give to Mixon. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
18 Rattler. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go now. Right there, go.
A handoff from Mixon, running right. Room to run inside the 20. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys push their lead to 18. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now Stafford again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Stafford to throw again on second. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Defense showing blitz, Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustments to make during the break. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut down, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster. And to bring it your way, let's get it right back out to Kate Scott.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Stafford. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Has some daylight through the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Let's go. Hey.
Corum again. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Throwing is Stafford on third. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for this box. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone It hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 24. Pass caught by Mixon. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. On play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm?
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Completes this one to Corum. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Stafford going to go on 4th. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Now outruns their offense to take over. And behind their leader out of the backfields, this is exactly the type of game that this offense can have when it's operating in top gear.
It is just so nice when you know you've got one of the better backs in the league that you can rely on, really lean on when he's having a great game. You don't see too many guys labeled true bell cows anymore. But when he's in the zone, he's absolutely one of them.
That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Let's go.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Third down, Mixon gets it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check. Hurt. Hurt. Go.
This is Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready. Check. Bobcat. Check.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
On the double.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on. Set. Hurt. Go street.
Putting the tight end in motion. Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Down and 5.
Check. Lion. Ready.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Ready. Hut.
Mills back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First throw for the backup now. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Couldn't connect there, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Third and long for him here. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. They'll try with Corum. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Recovered by the defense. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's Garoppolo. Setting up the running back screen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Come on, sack. Hey, check that, street.
Running left, it's Pierce. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Sack. Street, go.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. This is Pierce running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Garoppolo. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
I guarantee you QB wants that throw back. I know most are perfectionists, and when it's caught just a bit out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
It's caught, Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they take him down right along the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Garoppolo to throw. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He's got Smith. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Rams trying to do some window dressing. Second and 3 now.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's complete to Whittington. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Rams kicking team is ready. Then they're going to send this one away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now this offense ready to head back out. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready? Go, check. Go, check.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready?
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They send a tight end in motion. Pierce up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Roll.
They'll run here with Pierce. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's across midfield into Rams territory. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They give it to Pierce. And he's tackled for a short gain. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot of confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.